We'll take first question right here in the front row.
Hold on.
Oh, well, go ahead,
Coach. I give our guys credit. Steve just said it to our guys at the end of the game. We had a formula, and our guys did a nice job trying to follow it, and you give him credit. He's talked from day one about winning the possession game, and our guys had 4 turnovers for the course of the game, and that's a good defensive team, and they're active and athletic and long, and they anticipate really well. So for them to be able to jump the passing lanes like they have in the past and so on and so forth, for our guys to go out there for 48 minutes and have 4 turnovers was fantastic. Another thing we talked about was keeping them off the offensive glass, and Tristan Thompson's a load. He's been destroying almost everyone he's come across in the playoffs on the offensive glass, and Zaza Pachulia didn't play a ton of minutes, but the minutes he played, especially at the beginning of the game, kind of set the tone for us on the offensive glass. And so, small contributions like that from our entire roster bode well for a good game. Obviously KD scored and Steph scored, but what you like about both those guys, Steph had 10 assists. He also had 6 rebounds as your point guard. KD had 8 assists and then 8 rebounds. And then, last but not least, I'll tell you what, and everybody's probably going to talk about it, and, the number wasn't good in terms of 3 for 16, but, we've asked Klay Thompson to do a lot throughout the course of our playoff run so far. I mean, he's guarded some tremendous point guards, and, he's chasing Kyrie around in pick and roll action, pin down action, ISO action, and transition, and you're not going to stop Kyrie. Kyrie's going to score. That's what he does, and one of the best in the world at it. And you give Klay Thompson a ton of credit because he's out there fighting over screens, getting hit, trying to contest, trying to rebound. He's trying to do it all for us defensively. And then offensively, he just keeps playing the right way. That's what we love about him.
John Dickinson from 95.7 The Game. Coach, when you look at Kevin Durant and his aggressiveness, in particular going to the basket and the way you guys were able to dominate in the paint, I mean, did Durant set that tone for you guys, and is that something you felt you could exploit?
No doubt. We were talking about it before the game, and Steve suggested we try to get the ball in his hands right away and put him in a position where he can attack downhill. And so we tried to do that early on, and KD didn't settle. When he had an opportunity, he went downhill, and it worked out well.
Tim Kawakami, Mercurie's Bike. We all know that Durant and LeBron's the marquee matchup. What were your expectations for that going in the game? And since they ended up guarding each other almost the whole time, did you expect that? And how did you think that turned out?
Those are 2 big household names, and so we know you guys and the fans are going to want to see that and pick up on it. And I'm sure LeBron probably thinks he could play better, and you tip your hat off to KD because we put him on plenty of guys tonight. Not only did he guard LeBron, but he guarded Kevin Love for a while, and then we put him on Kyrie also. So his length and his versatility really help out. And I thought defensively overall on all of the guys that he guarded, he did a fantastic job. He was a presence. Mentally and physically, he was locked in.
What was the emphasis for him specifically defending LeBron? Just stay big in front of him?
Stay big, and LeBron is obviously a very good 3-point shooter, and so we wanted, KD to make him try to drive, at times as opposed to being able to dance at the top of the floor and measure a 3, and try to use your length at the rim and see if he can score over the top of him.
Second row on the right.
Phil Barber, Santa Rosa Press Democrat. I know you weren't with the team last year, but I'm sure you saw a lot of the film. It seemed like in the playoffs last year, the tactic by opposing defenses was to really crowd at the 3-point line, make you guys score inside. Cleveland had success with it. Obviously, today, that didn't work for them. Like, how does specifically Durant just change the dynamic of that with a team trying to crowd your outside shooting?
But obviously he's 7 feet, and if he doesn't have the ball in his hands, if he's outside the 3-point line, you can't help off him much. And if you got Klay out there, you can't help off him much neither. So, depending on who has the ball, that key is, or that lane could be wide open. And so when we feel like our opponents have to pick their poison. They're going to crowd the paint and take away our layups, or they're going to guard the three. And it's just pleasure of having guys that can knock down that three ball, or that are threats out there. And then on the flip side, you saw it a couple of times. We were stressing to our wings. Steve stressed to our wings even at halftime, hey, run the floor and fill the corners. If you do that with the way we shoot the ball, but you saw Kevin, I think Katie got maybe 3 uncontested dunks because we had Steph in one corner and Clay in the other corner, and Katie was pushing the basketball. We want our guys to push on every possession, make or miss, because we feel like we play a lot of guys. We feel like our guys are well rested, and we feel like we should be able to attack on every single play. And our guys did that, but it was really important to get our guys to the corner to flatten out the defense and make them decide, you're going to lead the corner, three-point shooter and stop the ball, or you're going to stay home.
Greg Lowe.